Hey YouTube, it's Clay here once again back in the kitchen with actually an video idea that I got on a comment from another video. And that is we're making pickles today. I'm actually going to switch the camera over. A bunch of cucumbers which I cleaned, which I used, to clean them I use a Scotch-Brite pad with some soapy water, scrub them, get all the dirt and any of those little nubby bits that cucumbers have off, rinse them off real good, and sorted them into size roughly. Some of the smaller ones I've shoved into these two jars, which I'm just going to make more or less whole pickles. By the way, jars are sanitized. I've got some boiling water over here. Just dunk the jars in there for a minute or so to kill anything. Already sanitized a few lids. I kind of just prep the jars as I go. But, oh, and one other thing I did is after I cleaned them, I trimmed off the ends. The flowering end, the end away from the stem, contains an enzyme that will make them go soft over time. And I've already started making some spears from the larger ones. So I'm going to continue with that. I'm actually going to continue with making the spears, sanitizing the jars for the spears, and loading them up. And when I come back, I'll show you the spices that I put in there, and of course the brine. So, all right. So we got our jars loaded up. Now for the spices. I'm just going to show you one jar. I'm going to start with a good solid pinch of dill seed. This is for 1 pint. Quarts, obviously you double it. So 1 good tablespoon or so of dill seed, a couple of dozen peppercorns, a good crushed clove of garlic, a mustard seed, a small pinch of celery seed, a small bay leaf, right there's one, a half a dozen or so cloves, and about 3 whole allspice berries. I usually also add some what's it called? Cilantro seed. I can't think of the term, but it's cilantro seed. Coriander. Well, I'm out right now. And by the way, you can adjust the spices to your taste. And I will be adding a couple of jalapenos to one of the jars for a batch of spicy pickles. So I'm going to go ahead and spice them up, and we'll get to canning. Alright, so I've got my brine on the stove, which I just realized I forgot to turn on. And it is the ratio of 1 cup water, 1 cup white vinegar, 1 tablespoon salt, and 2 tablespoons sugar. I've got about 4 cups of vinegar and 4 cups of water. So 4 tablespoons of salt and 8 of sugar. You're going to let that heat up. You do a little bit of cleanup work while that's heating up, and then you just pour it into the jars, which I'm going to do off camera just because I'm going to I need both hands for this. Well, fill up the jars with the brine. I'll put the lids on there and the rings, and I'll get them in the canner, and that's where you'll see me next. Alright, pickles are in the canner. It looks like some what's it called, the mustard seed and dill seed got in my canner. And my dad's, hopefully that's not one of my jars leaking. Could have been in there before, but whatever. Lid goes on. Just the flame. And I'll be back in about 15 minutes to take them out, and they should be done. Well, so I just took them out, and you notice there's a jar missing. Yeah. Turns out that the dill seed and stuff that I saw, because of a structural failure of one of the jars, bottom came out. This is in use. I don't know if it was cracked. I didn't see anything cracked. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong there, but yeah, lost the jar. Oh well. I'm gonna let this cool down. The pickles, those are gonna go into the compost. Yeah, I'll just compost those so they'll go, you know, not a huge waste, but still, not an ideal situation. Yeah. Alright. So, bottom in. I'm going to let them cool down to roughly room temperature. The jars have little popping things on the lid that pop up if the seal is not good. They should all be sucked down. So you shouldn't find any little clicking like that once they're cooled down. If they do have that click, they're not sucked down. Not the biggest deal. Just put them in the fridge. Use them within a week. Yeah. I did talk to my dad about that jar failing. He said it does happen occasionally. But it's not too common. But yeah, so that's one thing that can happen to you if you're. So yeah, I got dinner going. So anyway, wait 24 hours before you pop them open, at least. That way the flavor can all get into the cucumbers, and yeah. I'll see you come back in a day or so and see how they taste. Yeah. So that's that video. I'm trying to think through it. Yeah. I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll pop one open. And we'll see how they are. I probably won't do that on camera. So I'm probably just going to end this here. I will let you know how they are though. Yeah, take care, and I will see you guys next time.